Hi, this is Dr. Jared Garris. I'm the Glynn County Health Officer, and I'm wanting to do a weekly review for June 24th, 2020. Before I begin, I want to let you know that there have been some changes as to how we're reporting information for the county on Facebook, and the reason for that. And real briefly, we have really tried to get the most accurate information out there that we possibly can. Unfortunately, it's something that's changing on a moment-to-moment basis. We're getting more cases. And to give an example, last week when I was doing my video, I got 3 phone calls asking me to change the numbers. And it takes a lot of information to takes a lot of time to try and get that accurate information out there. And there's enough people who are convinced of conspiracy plots and things like that from the government that we really want to get the right information out there. Unfortunately, we have a lot of people who don't put down their accurate addresses and or phone numbers, and it takes a lot of tracking down to figure out really where people reside, whether it's in Glynn County or Butte County and those types of things. So we're going to continue to try and get out the most accurate information that we can, but we're going to do it 3 times a week instead of 5 times a week. The other thing is that reality is that it's within our community and it's spreading. And so if there's big changes, we'll go ahead and make sure that, that we keep you posted, but we're not going to be reporting out quite as often. Okay? So a summary for this last week for Glynn County, we had a total of 67 cases. Since last week, that's 29 additional cases. Most of these came back over the weekend. The majority of positive cases have been in northern Glynn County, hands down. The vast majority of them are. We have at least 2 active cases right now within southern Glynn County. So they are starting to get a few more cases down in the southern part. Almost all of the cases are linked to families and friends getting together. And that's why we had such a big increase in cases over the weekend was one of them tested positive. They'd all been having large groups hanging out, and so they went and got tested, and boom, all of a sudden we get a whole bunch of cases over the weekend. Okay, so this is where we're getting almost all of our cases. We did have 2 businesses that had some linked cases to them. Actually, I was at one of those businesses yesterday talking to the employees as well as to the employer. And to be honest, it sounds like the employees were getting together after hours and hanging out, and it very well could be that that's where they picked it up and not so much at work. Of the 67 cases, we've had 8 that have been hospitalized, 4 that required going into the intensive care unit. 1 of them required going on a ventilator. As far as for ages, for those people who went into the intensive care unit, we had 1 in their 30s, 1 in their 40s, 1 in their 50s, and 1 in their 60s. So I hear a lot of people talk about how this is only the elderly that get infected, and thus far here in Glynn County, it's pretty much been age indiscriminate, affecting lots of different ages. As far as for our neighboring counties, Butte County had some increased cases. They've gone from 71 to 119. They currently have 3 hospitalized, which thank heaven they don't have more right now. Total number of cases, Chico's had 41, Oroville 30, Gridley 36, and 12 are not classified. I just want to make mention that when you start comparing populations, you can see that especially here in northern Glynn County with our 67, that we've got a lot more cases than some of the other areas. Shasta's currently at 88, and Tehama is at 53, so they're having a lot of increased cases this last week as well. These are the symptoms they're taken from the CDC's website. I'll tell you that the biggest thing is that if you are not feeling well or you lose your ability to taste and smell, get tested. The most of the spread is happening to those that we care the most about. So if you get tested and you find out that you're positive, it helps protect your friends and your family. So get tested. So some of my other thoughts. We are definitely having some increased cases, especially in the northern part of Glynn County. It seems to be that it's prolonged exposure and close contact. So more than 15 minutes at less than 6 feet. Almost all of those cases have fallen into that category. And it's mainly been friends and family getting together. So, fortunately, we're spreading it to those that we care the most about. And we will continue to have increased cases as long as people continue to have these get-togethers. And I don't know what we can do to try and help do that other than to try and get information out. If you're going to get together, stay 6 feet apart. Please stay 6 feet apart. Wear a mask. Stay outside. Being outside helps decrease the spread. These are the things that we can really do to help decrease the spread of COVID-19 within our community. Thank you.